Well, the British Prime Minister is under fire tonight in the House of Commons as he's dragged further into the phone hacking scandal. He's been accused of a catastrophic error of judgement in employing a former News of the World editor who's now been arrested. The fiery scenes in Parliament come a day after the Murdochs fronted an inquiry and apologised, but refused to take responsibility. From London, Lisa Miller reports.
David Cameron rushed back to London, cutting short his trip to Africa in the face of the growing scandal. Hours later, he was on his feet in the House of Commons, defending his actions.
You live and you learn, and believe you me, I have learnt.
But David Cameron is being dragged further into this scandal because of his decision to employ former News of the World editor Andy Coulson. He stepped down in January and was arrested over allegations of phone hacking.
I have an old-fashioned view about innocent until proven guilty. But if it turns out I've been lied to, that would be a moment for a profound apology. And in that event, I can tell you I will not fall short.
And it's been alleged that Neil Wallace, another ex-News of the World employee who was also arrested, advised Cameron's Conservative Party.
It has been drawn to our attention. It has been drawn to our attention that he may have provided Andy Coulson with some informal advice on a voluntary basis before the election. To the best of my knowledge, I did not know anything about this until Sunday night.
Adding to the pressure, a new report from the Home Affairs Committee, which has damned News International and the police, declaring the investigation into phone hacking a catalogue of failures. It describes one of the investigators as unprofessional and inappropriate, and deplorable that that same detective took a job with the newspaper 2 months later. News International deliberately tried to thwart a criminal investigation. The report is not convinced hacking still isn't taking place.
If they had taken appropriate and proper action, if there had been a thorough investigation, then some of the issues that have come to light in the last few weeks would have been dealt with years ago.
Mr Murdoch, do you have anything you want to say to the victims of phone hacking?
Rupert and James Murdoch had arrived at Westminster promising to be open and transparent. They certainly came prepared with apologies.
First of all, I would like to say as well just how sorry I am and how sorry we are to particularly the victims of illegal voicemail interceptions and to their families. It's a matter of great regret of mine, my father's, and everyone at News Corporation. And these are standards, these actions do not live up to the standards that our company aspires to. What happened at the News of the World was wrong. We and I have apologized profusely and unreservedly for that, and my father has as well.
Yes, we felt ashamed of what had happened and thought we were going to bring it to a close.
People lied to you and lied to their readers.
We had broken our trust with our readers. Certainly broken with me, but it was the important point was we had broken our trust with our readers.
But they stumbled when pushed on legal payments to Glenn Mulcair, the private investigator convicted of hacking phones. News International is still paying the bill.
Is it not time for your organisation to say, do your worst, you behave disgracefully, we're not going to pay any more of your costs?
I would like to do that. I don't know the status of what we're doing or indeed what his contract was or whether it still has any force.
And there are still major questions about Rebekah Brooks's role while editor of the paper and then as chief of News International.
I don't know anyone in their right mind who would authorise, know, sanction, approve of anyone listening to the voicemails of Millie Dowler in those circumstances. I just don't know anyone who would think it was a right and proper thing to do.
The media, government and police have all been swept up in this crisis and there's no sign of it ending. The new police investigation has been given extra impetus. The judicial inquiry will call witnesses under oath and the British Parliament is vowing to use all of its power to get to the bottom of this scandal. Lisa Miller, Lateline.